this opportunity he's had this spring to kind of get in there with the ones and try to prove he's an every down guy, I guess?
I tell you, he's really cerebral, really smart kid, and really understands situational football. And very pleased that right now, you know, in practice 4 where we're at, I thought he got better since the last practice we had on Tuesday. Showed a lot of just a lot of physical attribute today on the field. Knows the game, so I'm very pleased on where he's at. A lot of things got to get better on, especially with technique and staying low. And for a smaller linebacker, we really emphasizing him playing with hands this spring.
How crucial is that size component to you? I mean, I know that I think at Auburn y'all have had, you know, occasionally had a couple of smaller linebackers, but I mean, I guess that probably wouldn't be the preference, maybe.
Well, I think today in today's game, with everybody's running so much tempo offense, you're not seeing the we call it the bigger personnels where they line up in the power roll and try to play the old school smash mouth football. A lot of teams will spreading you out and make you play in space, and that's, you know, that's what that's what we're all looking for now. That hybrid linebacker, a kid that can play out there on a number 2 receiver, and then he can move in the box and he can stop the run. So he brings a valuable part of our team for us, because he can play in the box. He's fast, he's smart, he can communicate, he can blitz. So you know, he's going to be a valuable asset to our football team.
He didn't get a lot of work on defense last year, but played a lot on special teams.
He did.
What do you think he took from his freshman season?
You know, at the end of the season, he started putting a little bit more. You know, because Sapp was getting tired so much, and he's taking the bulk of, you know, the defense as well as a lot of special teams, and he wore down. But I'm very pleased on where Maven's at, because he go back from secondary, and then all of a sudden you move it close to the box. So things happen a lot faster at that position. I think now with the year into being in and the year in the film room now, he's starting to understand, you know, blocking scheme, where he fits. I think he's now to the point where he can see the overall scheme, the overall picture on where everybody's at in the overall scheme of things.
With guys like him, with one guy like him and then one guy like Kirk Magid, that sort of flexibility, how nice is that to have 2 guys who can look like they can do some different things?
Different kind of skill sets. I mean, you know, like I said, you know, you put Kurt in there and you play against Alabama and Georgia, for teams that are going to run the ball downhill at you. That's a Kirk Magid, you know. And then Kirk can play in some coverage now. He's not as skill set as Maven, as, you know, playing with the bubbles and playing verticals with guys. You know, Maven can do that because he's an ex-defensive back. So it's just 2 different skill sets for the guys. With teams that play 11 personnel and you spread you out, you want kids like Maven, smaller linebackers and faster linebackers in the game. And then you play against big teams like the big 240-pound running backs, a.k.a. Georgia and Alabama. You want a Kirk Magid in there to play the smash mouth football.
Some good things about both Kenny Bynum and Colton Jumper so far. This in camp. What have you seen from those 2 guys?
Look, Kenny lost about 20 pounds and just running a whole lot better now. He's in great shape. Last year, I just thought he really struggled with the weight. Got fatigued really early and then broke down mentally. But this spring, I tell you, he's taking a whole lot of pride in his body. Got a lot stronger, a lot more flexible, and in a lot better shape than he was last season. And it's almost just a complete, total different player for us now. So we give him a shot. He's playing second mic behind AJ now and rotating in with the young guy and Jakob. So it's going to be a valuable spring for him and Jakob to see who backs up AJ.
I guess with Jumper, he's a guy who I guess, you know, almost was going to go to Navy and then ended up coming to y'all as a walk-on. It seemed like a pretty good get for a walk-on there.
It's a pleasant surprise. I mean, he's a smart kid. You know, he got into the Naval Academy, I believe, from what I've heard, and so he's a really cerebral kid. And that's one thing that we always say with linebackers: he's smart and you're tough, you can play. And he seems to be a tough kid, and takes a lot of pride on what he's doing in the film room, and asks a lot of really good questions. Come in and when nobody's watching and study the game. And I told him when he came up that he'll have a chance. You know, we were deficient at the numbers at linebacker, especially this spring. And he took a chance on us, and I tell you, he's doing a good job for us so far.
Coach, a big thing for you guys was having AJ come back. Can you just talk about maybe the conversations you had with him while he was trying to make his decision?
Well, you know, for me, I told him, I said, you know, he was the most valuable recruit that we got.
That's why they put you on him, right?
Well, in the end, he had to do what's best for himself and his family. And I try not to get so involved in it, you know. Really, it came down between him and his family. It was a family decision. I was just glad to get him back. Try not to be an influence. I just told him, you know, it'd be great to get you back for another season, because 2 years in the system, and now that you know it, it's going to be really simple for you. It became a football. You'll play really fast, you know. And I think he understood that, and I think he really wanted to be part of Kurt. Him and Kurt wanted to have a season together where they played, you know, together for at least one season. And then AJ got so much pride it wasn't so much about him leaving Tennessee and going to the league as it was about him leaving and not leaving here as a winner and not leaving the program on a winning note. And that was his biggest thing as a coach. I want to leave Tennessee. I wanted to have us in the bowl game to say that I wanted that he was the one that got the thing changed around. So the kid has a tremendous love and respect for the coaches and a love for Tennessee. So that was the main reason he came back. If you ask him, he'll tell you. He came back for the University of Mississippi and played with his good friend Kirk.
What are also some things that he needs to focus on so that his game translates better according to the draft next year?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things. We're going to be creative with it because he got a natural skill set of rushing the passer. He's good in coverage now. I mean, in the early part of the season, he was getting called pick routes and jerk routes on the mic, and at the end of the season, you didn't see him get picked on at all on routes. I mean, so he played a lot faster at the end of the season and really got a lot of discipline with his eyes. And now it's in the springtime. It's almost really simple for him. He can spit out what everybody's doing on the football field. And I think now he's taking a whole lot of pride of just knowing where everybody's on that football field is at. The play bust, he can go right to the guy. He like to go to the sideline and know who screwed it up. So we feel like we got a general on the field before they have to come on the sideline and make the adjustments. He's that guy that can fix it on the side, actually on the field, in the field of play.
Is that why Butch pushes him so hard and makes an example out of
Butch
him?
always, and AJ he's your ultimate warrior. I mean, you don't phase him. You don't phase the kid. If he's gonna go hard, he's gonna take if you run 100 sprints, you're gonna be out in first. If you run 200, he'll be out in first. And he'll lead the DBs. He'll lead the D linemen. It's just the way the kid is built. Just a truly remarkable young man that really has a real love for the game.